Hi, I'm Bill Nitzberg, CTO for the PBS Works division at Altair. Welcome to our booth at Supercomputing 16. Last year at Supercomputing 2015, we announced that we were going to release PBS Professional at dual license with an open source option. And then at ISC in June, we actually did that release. And the adoption has been absolutely fantastic since then. At Supercomputing 16 here, it was announced that PBS Pro is now part of OpenHPC. In addition to OpenHPC though, which is in itself just great, HP Enterprise announced that PBS Pro will be part of HPE Core HPC software stack, which is an open source stack, as well as the PBS Pro will be part of the HPE High Performance Computing software stack. And that, again, would just be great. But in addition to that, Intel also announced that Intel HPC Orchestrator, which is the Intel stack, will include PBS Pro. Our idea was to try to build more of a community, to try to bridge some of the gap between the public and the private sector so that there was an open source version and a commercial version with a common core that could be used by the whole community to both drive adoption and to sort of spur innovation sort of back and forth between those two. And it looks like it has a chance to work, and we're getting a lot of uptake. Altair also announced at SC16 here, Altair PBS Cloud. And PBS Cloud is focused on building appliances. It's really focused on HPC appliances. But what's an HPC appliance? So an HPC appliance brings together not just sort of the hardware that you need, and not the middleware like PBS Pro, but also the applications into a one bundle, so that you can have, so that an engineer who, for example, wants to do some CFD calculations can go to a portal, for example, pbscloud.io, which is what we're releasing and announcing today, and with one button push, deploy a complete appliance with software, middleware, and hardware on, and then choose where they want to deploy it. So they could deploy that on Azure, or with no changing from the engineer, they could deploy that on AWS, or even in bare metal inside of their facility. One of the big problems in cloud computing that you find especially in enterprises, is how much money do you have to spend and managing your budgets. Maybe you're a research group and you've just got a research grant for $500,000 and you want to use cloud. It's really easy for one of your graduate students to use lots and lots of money in the first day by making a few mistakes. And so one of the things that you get, in addition with the ease of use with appliances, is you get a nice way of describing what you want to do in a contained way and managing costs. My role in Altair is very high performance computing centric. I really focus on PBS and the PBS Works suite. So it's sort of system software, middleware, really core what supercomputing is all about. But Altair is a much bigger company than that. Altair has an entire division that actually builds applications, which are in fact HPC applications. So we have CFD solvers, electromagnetic solvers, crash, so applications that are used by real engineers to kind of do the engineering that then consume cycles on high performance computing systems. And so the marriage between those two is a great sort of feedback loop. But in addition to that, and this is what makes Altair really unique, we also have hundreds of engineers globally who are actually doing engineering. So they're designing, new bicycles, or they're crashing cars, or they're making it so that when you drop your phone, the screen doesn't shatter by doing stuff like that. And those engineers are then using HPC applications, and they're using high performance computing systems like PBS Cloud, to actually do their work. And so we have sort of the end user engineers, we have the developers of applications, and we have the developers of middleware, and that is a really unique positioning for Altair. Thank you for stopping by the Altair booth. I'm really looking forward to next year. It was very nice of the supercomputing folks to slowly ease us up into altitude. We're at 4,000 feet here in Salt Lake City, and next year I hope to see you at 5,000 1 mile high in Denver.